stuff from machines, I guess. We've got the Distiller, which is simply for making different metals and water. Obviously make the molten one, which we've obviously seen. It's made like so with a few fluid tanks and some other stuff. So obviously continuing the fluid aspects. We've got the Sawmill, which is simply just for getting more wood out of your logs, as well as some sawdust, which you can use for paper alongside water, and you can use it apparently in a... where is it? Unless it's... okay, here we go, 30% chance. In a composter, if you have a need to use that. Let's use some logs here. I don't know if the multi-sided work. They do, good to know. And obviously you get 6 instead of 4, and I think it was 100% chance of Sawmill, or it was 100% chance of the 6. One of the two. Either way, quite useful. I can't put... actually, can I send that over to here? I cannot, apparently. Interesting. Right, so next we have the Centrifuge, which is pretty much a way of using a combination of stuff. So you've got bronze dust, pretty much breaking copper and tin as a result. Dirt into a multitude of different things. So pretty much splitting things, or making different forms of resources in the case of dirt and grass blocks. Alloys would be broken down. Magma Cream, you can get slime and blaze powder, that's a useful recipe. Mycelium gives you a few things, which is cool. Sugar from sugarcane to double it, I guess, and so on. Put some of that in here, I guess. Put that in, and we'll put the alloy, for example, in here. Don't know if that'll change much. So let's see. Give us just the 2. We'll go with that, and I don't know if I can just put like a chest or something underneath. That's, I need to crush that one. I was thinking the dust, I think. Sorry. Where's the name? I think the dust's the one. Yeah. So the dust will do it. Otherwise you can't get them back, it seems. You have to use the dust. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. And there's one of each of those. Dust forms of the others. Didn't think to do the other. Oh well, it's important. Crafter, made obviously with indolum and a few other things, and there's obviously your powered crafting station. So for example, if we wanted to make furnaces, we can just do this here, assume, and it'll eventually do things, I guess, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, it supports every recipe that's available in here. Do I have to put a furnace in here to make it cool? No? Okay. If that's not doing anything, can I do, for example, just a crafting table? Planks is what I want. So we want this and this, or this and this, this and this. It's not going to spread it out or anything. Don't need a lever. A chance. Nothing there. I guess as it does work, I'm just missing a small detail. I don't think you need like a thing here. Oh, you do need that as a target. Interesting. Okay, so you put the resources in, then you use that as the target block. So the end result. That's interesting. I'm surprised it doesn't just detect it and then do it on its own. Okay. Oh, and these are all just resources you put in here. You're not actually making the recipe. Okay, that makes sense. That's kinda... not a bad way of doing it. So you don't have to, like, if you were sending stuff via pipes, you don't have to struggle to, you know, put resources in specific slots, especially if they're empty. But, yeah, interesting. Okay, good to know. Makes it easier, I guess, to automate them by just putting recipes in. We've got the hydroponator, which is simply water and a few things, similar to the phytogenic infuser, I would say, from thermal expansion. I mean, the mod is very similar in a way. And you've obviously just got bone meal, water, and then just whatever sort of plant resource you can multiply, or wood, I guess, in the case of jungle logs there, if you need a ton, leftover saplings, getting more from melon slices, different flowers, and so on. So there's that. I don't know if I can even get water to even get inside here. I'd have to get a tank and a few other things, but you get the idea. Quarry is there. We've got the experience bank, which I assume requires no power and is just experience of the liquid variety. Let's see. Enchant. We want this. So iron plates, a bottle of enchanting, which you have to obviously get from a villager, or if you have other mods or data packs that easily add a recipe, I'd recommend that because it makes it easier. So there's that, and then it just stores XP, of course. Did I do this one? No, I didn't. So that requires a few other things now. Is that same? Is it? This one I also got. So we can just store XP in here. I don't think I have any currently on me. I do not. So we need... Yes, some... That's that. I can do that. So I was just gonna want a bottle of enchanting, I guess. And just see if it converts it, or is it via other means? I can do... My XP is that, so it can detect what's in my inventory. Ah, there we go, that's what I wanted. So that's removing it, that's adding it to the block. Okay, does it light up? Interesting, it lights up. I assume, which is interesting. I've got 400 millibuckets there, obviously I can't do much else. Let's see. Still a few levels though. Is that a bug? Is that actually taking it? It is... maybe not. It's just not removing it on the HUD though, the display element there. Interestingly enough. So we get a bucket. Can we get an empty bucket and easily output this? We cannot. My guess is you just need to, you know, keep removing and adding it, so it's not really a need for the bucket, I guess. Unless you can probably transport it out with fluid pipes, which obviously I struggle to do as it is, so I'm not going to do that. Next we have the Enchanter, which is simply books, diamond, and so on, and Disenchanter is books instead of bookshelves, the grindstone, and so on. These do require power. So I got a wrench, I can pick that up, can't I? I cannot. Really break my fists, or pickaxe, I mean. Okay, so pick you up, put you up here, and put you over here. You obviously have your XP in there, and then, you obviously use whatever types of materials. I don't know if books will work in here, will they? Do books, in fact, work in this block? It does. Cool, so whatever sort of random enchantment you can get, I guess, goes there. You can obviously rip the enchantments off, I guess. And that's just showing unbreaking. Obviously, if you have others that will rip it off for you and give you the book. I assume it'll be one enchantment at a time. So, it's not going to do multiple. I don't know if you can stack them anymore. Can't remember if that's a thing. So we can get an anvil and test that. Obviously in creative it's going to be different, but I don't think in survival you can stack them. At least I don't remember if that's the case. Just do this. Wait, I'm going to want it probably on a, I don't know, pickaxe or something just to test. Go a steel one. Just something here. Do that, and we'll rip this off. And we need a book. Get 2. See how fast that processes, and obviously the other can do its thing by obviously putting it on. Yep, so it's one at a time. There we go. Can I use a chest, for example, to output that? Not immediately. Do I need a hopper or item pipe every time I do this with machines? I always never know with some mods if that's the case. And yes, you do. Okay, so if you don't use the pipes, you can use otherwise. Options. So that's those two. Got an item collector, which is ender pearls and other stuff. No power for this one. Got a whitelist and blacklist. So obviously we can put in some lapis, I assume in the whitelist. Can throw that. We'll pick it up immediately. You can throw a dispenser, it ain't gonna pick it up. If we go this way with blacklist, it'll pick up anything that it isn't. And lapis is obviously not gonna be picked up. Pretty self-explanatory. Otherwise, I don't know the actual range of these. Not that. My guess is not a 3x3. Because we're on ice, that actually helps. Okay, 5x5, I'd say. Or 7x7, one of the two. So that's actually not too bad. Obviously, it's picking up mob drops and a few other things, so I definitely recommend something like that, because it's useful. And then obviously the last of the machines that we'll be taking a look at is Quarry. So, that needs a ton of power. That's got 1 gigajoule. They're all megajoules, aren't they? And in the 300 range for most of these? Yes. Okay, all except for the furnace. So let's see. We've got the quarry here. I don't know if we need a pickaxe, perchance, and it just uses the durability of that alongside power. Or, yes it does, and I don't think if we put an ore in here it'll target it at all. Because I don't think that's how that's going to work. So if we put you in here, are you going to... You are not. Okay. Now, is it actually mining everything? I don't know. I don't have access to enchantments that way, so I have to do this. Can we put efficiency on here and it'll change anything? I don't think so, but I'm gonna try it. I guess it's just gonna be, hey, it detects a pick, it works, the end. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So shift clicking does not change much there. That doesn't change. Assuming upgrades, so we'll in fact do that. We're gonna go to spectator and see if anything's being mined up that I can easily see standing out. I don't think so. We can probably come back to it later and find out, but if it is like a void one that just goes, hey, I just mine anything in the area, then possible. Well, my guess is it's supposed to be mining from somewhere. I don't know how close by either. And that's something different entirely. That's not related to the quarry. Are you it, for example? I don't remember mining you up. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that right there is definitely it. So it started from about here, so at about just under the level of the quarry and just gone all the way down here so fast. It's not too... It's a bit fast. It's obviously kind of slow. It has to do with the pick, what it can detect, and the power. And obviously the upgrades will change that maybe as well. But it's doing pretty good. And I assume with Silk Touch you can also get somewhere, which we might actually do. Come on. I just had access to it before, which I should have just done beforehand. Just get you, and you, and let's see what happens. Oh, come on, that's not what I want. And we'll just wait for that to do its thing. And it's doing stone. Excuse me. I don't know why I didn't think it wouldn't do stone. And only ores, but, you know, there we go. So that's not taking its time now. Because it has to Silk Touch. I don't know. Either way, it seems to be fine.